Hey guys, hello everybody. Today we are going to talk a bit about the crypto marketing breakdown for the brand that we has done some time ago, and this one gonna be super valuable for everybody who runs the crypto project as well, because that's gonna just clear up the mind and just kind of give you the overview and the oversight about the super important areas that you should be aware of and work it out properly, right? So when it comes to the marketing breakdowns, we were doing that for the Revault.network as well. So here is the main chapters in this breakdown. That is the marketing fundamentals, communication mechanism, social component, traffic system, fundraising, design and packaging, and additional extra things that will be great to mention. So starting with the first one, here we can take a look at the positioning as well. So I mean, how has Revault.network positioning themselves? I mean, so but just by dropping this perception and standing among the different players on the market, it's super important to kind of filter out all the information and build a strong brand platform that could be just using as a dedicated mechanism for going through this the gray noise, possibly. The tone of voice and the messaging here is absolutely valuable stuff, because how to differentiate ourselves from the AVE, from the curve, K, compound and convex. So the Cryptorsy brand department do believe that the early stages, especially when it comes to the crypto market, should be use the outstanding tone of voice, because guess what, it's increasing the chances for you to kind of catch up your probably users or the clients as well. So what's the advice? To create the cool brand hero and more storytelling, communication with the audience, prepare content funnel targeting specific events important to the projects, and just generally creating the creative that could fall in deep inside the heart of your potential viewers. The technical documentation, so we have dropped it down absolutely for the Revault token. I mean, what is the utility could be? We have checked it out. We have checked out. I mean, the white paper, the tokenomics, and all this stuff. And here we just emphasize the most important criteria that the guys should pay the attention to. So. And the roadmap, it's super important really to drop it down a bit by just creating this hope for the users, because it's once again, it's super important for them to see the clear pathway for the brand. They can super bright plans for the future, and those plans like ingrained in the roadmap. And the strategy, of course, so what the Revolt will look in 2 years or so. That's the one another point that you can pay your attention to. So there just just a strategy for maintaining the peak of the funnel with the more potential users, because you just really have to understand how your brand operates with the thousands of the different sources of getting the traffic and converting them into some firm numbers. So that's a super important criteria in the marketing fundamentals here. And the last one, but not the least one, the customer journey map, of course. I mean, what is the general pathway and the general mapping for your users going to be there? So by just providing and supplying the brand and your potential users with the clear and easy to overcome barriers to kind of jump over this gap and being integrated in your brand future. So learn front end academies, weekly realized, and some the different sites could be just more powerful as well. But the general marketing fundamentals for the Reva and the Revault.network is the 6 out of 10. So we can go further with the next criteria, because here is kind of paying the attention the fundamentals of the brand, because the captures speak itself, right? It's more about the positioning, the branding, the platform, and all these things that really based on the just fundamental stuff. Next one, communication mechanism. Here is the content writing. So regular content maintenance has become a necessity for a crypto project because it's the best way to, there's a bunch of two, right? Create a close trust relations, motivate the people to buy the project tokens, and so on and so forth. So here we drop down the Revault medium, and we've just decomposed the perfect way for them to be a kind of, just super pushy but not too noisy, right, through the social media, the Twitter. So we have actually break down their Twitter to kind of help the guys realize their weaknesses and the possible growth points. So here is a bunch of the things that could be improved as well. Email marketing, using for just kind of lengthen the LTV journal for the users as well. But the important thing here is that email marketing could be really a game changer for the brands that kind of trying to pay the attention to the increase in the conversion rates, to just increase the general engagement rate, the use of the user for the project as well, and just nurturing the people and spinning them out through the funnel. And the most important thing here is the YouTube, because YouTube is kind of the content provider, especially for the brands such as Revault.network, because they are the yield aggregator. And here is the DeFi. In DeFi, it's still too boring and too high barriers to entry, right, to overcome. So the brand should really create the content which is super clear, which is super easy to get, and just follow all those tips to kind of use the brand and get some rewards from that, and the benefits from being integrated in the family. So, and yeah, here is the more additional things about the communities, because communities is pretty important, right? Discord and Telegram. So Telegram was used, I would say not in the super proper way, because there was some pauses and delays between the launches, and the brand was taking some pause in the 2022 because once again it's a bearish market. But generally speaking, the Discord and the Telegram, it's a super important placement one more time, right? For the people to kind of get connected and just speaking about the possibilities. The social component. So here we have the 4 out of 10 for the communication mechanism as well. Social component, here we have the 1 because the brand didn't pay as much attention as possibly could be for the influencers, ambassadors. Here we drop down how it what does the picture look like for them, and the PR, of course, because the brand going pretty on the efforts from the team and the advisors behind the project. So we can take a look at the team, because Cryptorsy is kind of the brand that want to get involved deeply and break down all the small pieces that kind of formatting and building the whole picture of the marketing for the brand. And that's important because we are digging super deeply. Even more about the viral content. So not a single mention of Reva token among the Twitter space. That's not good enough as it possibly can be. The community department of Cryptorsy believe that the best and most convenient mechanism for creating virality is community sprints with the guests, like on the platform like the Web3, sorry guys. So here we have 1 out of 10, and the traffic system. So the general analytics, the running ads, the remarketing, the entrance point, and the CEO. So here we have, those points, fully break it down. Relevant for the Revault network as well, because there is a bunch of results could be taking place, and when you're talking about the running ads, about the 95% of crypto projects according to the analytics don't use targeting and contextual advertising to promote their brand. But guess what? Once again, once we have fallen down into the bearish market, we can admit that for now the advertising is much more cheaper than it was on the bull market, because guess what? Competitors, the demand and supply is super economical based theory. So the more demand and the less supply, the more price gonna be. So yeah. Also, we will, just put the link below in our YouTube channel, so you can check it out and go more in depthly by understanding like how we broke down some points. Of course, some of them we have removed because is a service once more time, and it's available for everybody, especially for the crypto brands, because we are doing this the chargeless to kind of provide the expertising about the third party overlook about what you're doing right now, what you've done before, and we're going to do in the nearest future, right? So this audit is kind of aimed to solve the main problems for the cryptopreneurs, for the chief level guys, for the marketers who kind of, you know, pretty blurred away with all this picture and almost, I mean, you know, just don't really understand like what for now the game changer is gonna be look like. So as it for now, the fundraising here is almost the fundraising stage, the VC's acquisition, the usage of calls, the usage of accelerators, and so on and so forth. So we break it down, and if you want to have some kind of this clear picture of the brand positioning, of the marketing, and the most important tools to kind of implement, firstly, you can go on the main website of the Cryptorsy, fulfill the form. It's a small survey, it takes, I mean, not more than 3 minutes, and you will immediately get, I mean, after 3 days or so, you will get this marketing breakdown with all the nuggets and the spicy topics about your brand that could be really, you know, empower you, because once again, marketing is a whole that we have in the Cryptorsy, sorry, in the crypto market is all, it's a big bubble, right? Design and packaging also, here's the visual package of the website. We are breaking down the brands and trying to, you know, just deliver them. What is the weak points on the website, how it could be repackaged, a visual package of the social platforms, how you can, you know, use the tone of voice to kind of, you know, just remove this big gap between the understanding for your audience, how to get you in the right way, and how to, you know, just go in through the heads of your potential customers or users or so. Super in deep, super kind of, you know, fundamental work was done there. And the visual package of technical documentation, because, you know, one more time, the super important for the investor, for the users to understand your business model and understand like what is your marketing about. So when the nuggets, actually here the additional things, add some kind of the bottoms or so on and so forth. But, you know, here's some conclusions and most, I mean, first priority focuses. I mean, after all audits, you will have the extremely relevant first priority focuses that you have to pay attention to kind of be breaking through and, you know, just fulfill all these gaps and really realize like what give you the most results. So the first priority focus is to enhance the user engagement and retention by implementing incentivizing mechanics. Super straightforward. We've talked about this you know, a bunch of times later. And of course connect with the audience through the storytelling, explain why the brand sell and how you plan to revive it. Optimize the content funnels for the maximum impact. Use the ambassadors, demonstrate a strong commitment. Revault, the roadmap should be really, you know, just a bit of rechanged, and really share the picture of the nearest future, but not of the things that was done before, right? Incorporate new community, introduce a referral system, and so on and so forth. And by being supplied with this audit, you will have, I mean, the clear picture of world from the marketing perspective once again. So, and the oversight from the third party, how your brand, you know, gonna outperform all the competitors on the market right now. Probably, you know, there are a bunch of them. I do believe, because the Web3 is super oversaturated, right? And don't hesitate, go to our website, fulfill the form, and have this perfectly drawn audit for your needs and wishes by being supplied with the relevant information that is super important for you to fulfill right now. So don't hesitate, check it out, the website, and get yours.